Alright gamers, it's time for the last part of the tutorial for the game. So this is just starting right after you rescue Ethan when you're playing as Mia, so you load back in and now you're Ethan again. Only important things that should have mattered is that you remembered to leave your menu cursor on the top leftmost slot. Or I guess it doesn't really matter if it's the top left, but it just has to be any of the slots on the very left of your inventory. That way when you open up the chest for Ethan's inventory, it'll be there. Or you'll only have to hit left up, or you'll only have to hit left once and then up once, and then you'll be able to get to the bottom of the box as soon as possible. So after he yells, just turn to the right and then 180. I guess not at 180 if you're already looking to the right, but come out here. Shift around this table. Crouch here, uncrouch there. I was a little slow on that, but yeah. Moving right here is pretty straightforward. You're just running to go get your items. Remember to make the turns as straight as possible, and make the turns as sharp as possible. Turn here. Make sure that when you go over this log, try to go to the center of it, because it can be a little bit specific on how you approach it, whether or not it'll let you go up. But you just want to get to this ladder as quick as you can. And the fishes, or the dead fish, being in your way, don't slow you down or anything, so don't worry about that. Right here, there's a thing that you can do that's optional. I don't do it just because I don't ever feel like I need to do it, but there's a backpack on the ground, and because at this point you haven't gotten any backpack upgrades, your inventory is still the smallest size it can be. So if you mess up one item in your box, you might have to you might be short one slot. So if you want to be safe about this, as you're getting up off the ladder, you can grab the backpack. You won't lose time for this, but you can grab the backpack here and then continue going. But make sure you grab the grenade launcher off the table and turn to the box. And when you open the box, you're gonna get a message because of the game telling you that, hey, Mia's items are now in your chest, which is an item that we need from her that we wanted was the bomb. So you open it once, you get one message, and then you go left and then up. And then spam until you get at least a circular saw in your inventory, or until you get the circular saw in your inventory. You want the items you need are the tissue samples already in your inventory, so you don't need to worry about that. But you need the bomb, grenade launcher, which you pick up, or I guess the only items you need from the chest are the remote bomb, the Glock, the Albert pistol, infinite ammo, walking shoes, and the circular saw. I guess the only things that you don't need that aren't already in your inventory, this in your inventory, you get this off the table, and then these you don't need, but you can get. Anyway, so you pick those up, and you exit. And I switch over to the neuro bomb. Doesn't matter what you do here. You can either choose to kill these guys, doesn't matter. We won't lose or save time for this. But don't hit this guy. Just run to the button as fast as possible, because it's not going to happen now because he already attacked me, but when you're hitting this button, there's a chance for that molded right behind you to hit you while you're doing it. And if he hits you while you've already pressed confirm on the button, it will actually cancel the animation and make the elevator open faster. So just don't kill that last one. And while the elevator is closing or going down, menu your items to however you prefer. I do it like this, where I put the guns in my middle rows, the saw in the first, and the grenade launcher in the very right. And then hover over the tissue samples in your inventory. Doesn't matter where the slot is, just make sure you're hovering on the tissue samples. As the elevator's door opening, there's a bomb on the side of that little opening. Hit that. You can hit it now or you hit it when you approach it, doesn't matter. Wait for this guy to be vulnerable. Shoot him once with the Albert pistol and he'll be dead. In this part you don't have to do this, but I do this because sometimes they can randomly attack you. And I want to avoid any damage as I can, as long as I don't waste time for avoiding it. So the neuro grenades will freeze them. And because you have infinite ammo, you don't have to worry about it. And then make sure you 180 on this cart and hit it right in the center so you don't get a camera pull for the animation. As it's going down, you can shoot a grenade here. Just make sure that you're aware that sometimes that guy won't die in one hit, so you do have to walk around him. Swap to either of your pistols and shoot this remote bomb on the railing here, and then just go through here. Open this, straight around the bathtub, and walk straight to the briefcase. So I menued to the stitch samples already, but if you didn't already do it, you have while it's opening to make sure it's selected, and then put it in there, and then make sure that you have everything you need. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter where your inventory is, and just once this opens up, start spamming F. And it's best to like not move from the moment you pick it up. Confirm that, and then walk out this way. Come down the stairs, and it's important to have the walking shoes because it's going to make crawling underneath of the scaffolding up here in the little tunnel faster. So this last part is pretty fun because it's like the most like action there is in the whole game, like with like number of enemies. So crouch here, uncrouch at the top here, and then there's going to be a checkpoint respawn right here. It's going to allow you to move faster through the mine, so make sure you hit that checkpoint and start sprinting. Headshot this guy. He always flies down like that's kind of funny. And I always like to reload for these sections just because I like to have the ammo full. Shoot this guy in the head, and then swap to the neuro grenade. Shoot it now so that it hits this guy and stuns him, and then you shoot him in the head to kill him off. Reload the Albert pistol, swap to the grenade launcher to reload. Swap back to the pistol, and I usually do my Glock for this guy. Either like usually like when you shoot him with the Glock in the head, he'll die. Otherwise, he'll just jump back like that, and you don't really get body blocked by him too much. But after that happens, pull out the neuro grenade again, shoot it, and then headshot the guy on the left, and then walk forward. Take out the grenade launcher again, and then reload it here. And then make sure that you shoot the grenade launcher between these two big guys. That'll keep them frozen long enough for you to get up the ladder without them knocking you off of it. Otherwise, like if you're climbing the ladder and you don't hit them with those, they'll start doing their barf thing and they can knock you off the ladder. Once you get to the top, you don't have to reload, it's whatever. Like you're done with the grenade launcher at this point. Come to the little shimmy space, and then you're gonna be back in the guest house. And then do this animation as close as you can, so there's no pull. And then get to the other room as quickly as possible. Try not to get stuck on the walls. During this time, move your bomb into any of your weapon slots. Make sure you have the circular saw in your slot, but anything else doesn't really matter. You just need the circular saw in your inventory and the bomb. When you come to this door, even though it looks like if you hit F on this door, it would open up, do not hit F on this door at this point in the game. If you hit F on the door here, it will close on you, and you have to wait for it to close all the way before you can exit it again. So do not hit F. You just walk through it. Walk down this hall past the flashback. Make a turn, as sharp as possible, get through the doorway. There'll be one more part of the flashback. So she disappears, hold forward and sprint. And the chairs that are in the kitchen are solid now and they do not move. So do not walk into them thinking that you can push them back like you could in the beginning. Strafe around them, they are solid and they will not move. Once you hit this trigger for the cutscene, you can just go straight to the attic to do the Evelyn fight. And the reason we have the bomb is because we're going to use it to during the first part of the Evelyn fight where you have to inject her with the cure. So what I would recommend doing is making a save right now, not during a run, or never mind, there's no save file here. Anyway, I was gonna say just to remember that retrying checkpoints will not give you accurate practice because constantly retrying will slightly vary the game and make things easier for you. So it won't be as authentic as if you were running through it for the first time. So keep in mind that if you do this to practice, that you might not, it might not be accurate practice. Just remember that. But with the bomb, you're just going to turn the corner here and run straight to Evelyn. And I try to put the bomb right about there in between those wooden floors, block the first attack, and right when you pass the bomb, you're going to explode it, and it's going to push you forward into Evelyn. This allows you to avoid getting knocked back a second time and to just interact with her immediately. I'll probably leave a video in the description for how to do the EV fight or the bomb strat. I don't know. Maybe I'll just grab someone else's video and put it in there, just because it's fairly straightforward to do and it's not that hard to practice. But this is now going to be the Evelyn fight, which is pretty much a joke on any of the easy categories, especially on New Game Plus. So this is basically just like an interactable cutscene at this point. So once you gain control of Ethan, pull out the circular saw, and then you're just gonna run forward and then saw her. Like that's really all you're gonna do. Run forward and do this. And the next part of the fight will begin. During this section, when you're on the ground from the beginning, you do not have to do anything to progress. Dealing damage to her at this point won't make anything faster. So, literally, you're just waiting. Like, cause usually at this point of the game, there's like literally nothing you could do to like really lose you time. Like this right now, the split for this fight and then the final split are like literally, they should be like the same time every time. There's only like one thing that you might mess up on, and I'll explain that in a second. But all you have to do is make sure you keep the saw out for this beginning part, because when she picks you up, you're just gonna turn your camera down all the way and then saw her hand. I guess it's her branch. So make sure you have your saw selected. When you gain control of Ethan, look down immediately while already holding right click and left click to saw her arm, and then she'll drop immediately. And then start spamming F when after Chris says use it to pick up the in-game Albert pistol. So this is the part where you can mess up, but it's not very hard to mess up, or it's not very easy to mess up. Like the least amount of shots that you can kill Evelyn with here is 4 shots. You should be able to kill her with 4 shots every single time, guaranteed. Okay? So just like shoot where I shoot, basically. Shoot her in the head here, shoot her in the arm here, shoot her in the head here, and then shoot her in the head again. The only thing you have to be careful of is when her arm passes back through, she can block the shot, and then making sure that you hit her arms on the second shot so that she busts her arms away. I have tried to do it in 3 shots, but even when I've hit her head 3 times, it still doesn't work. So, but that's the game. So the way that the speedrun works is you have to wait for this to end, and then do not skip the stat screen. So the timer ends right there when the game closes out. You can skip this movie, skip the credits, and then this is the end screen. So the time that you would submit is where the stats displays for play time. This would be your finish time. So that's the run, boys. Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. At the time of this recording, I have not done the individual videos for the skips yet. So if I upload these early and there's no videos in the description, it's because I haven't made those videos yet, but I'm going to be doing those like right now. So they should be all done by the time I decide to upload everything. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments. But generally, I don't really look at YouTube comments too often. So if you want to grab my attention and like get a question from me answered, the best thing to do is to tweet at me at mmdust on Twitter, or you can check out the Resident Evil 7 speedrunning Discord. which I will link in all the description for all the videos, and you can use that to talk to anybody there as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, or I hope this video helped you out, and I hope to see you guys submitting runs and stuff. Or for those of you who already run the game, if you learned something new, I hope to see some faster PBs. But GG gamers, good luck.